In the short story, The Rot, from the book Tombstone Serenade, a desperate group flees a deadly plague across 19th century America. But sometimes, reality is far more terrifying than fiction. The Old West was a land of lawlessness, disease, and death, a place where danger could strike at any moment, and survival was never guaranteed. Here are some true and disturbing Old West stories. In the fall of 1857, a wagon train of Arkansas immigrants, families seeking a new life in California, entered the Utah Territory. Unbeknownst to them, tensions were high between the Mormon settlers and the U.S. government, fueled by rumors of approaching troops. The immigrants were intercepted by a Mormon militia disguised as Native Americans. What began as a warning quickly escalated into something far more sinister. For days, the travelers were surrounded, threatened, and deceived. Then, in a horrifying turn, the militia massacred nearly 120 men, women, and children, leaving only a handful of young children alive. Survivors described the cold efficiency and brutal planning of the attackers. The massacre became a national scandal. Investigations revealed complicity at multiple levels, but justice was slow and incomplete. Some perpetrators were never punished. Mountain Meadows is remembered as one of the most horrific massacres in American frontier history, a grim example of how fear, fanaticism, and distrust could turn neighbors into killers. In the 1870s and 1880s, Black Bart, also known as Charles Bolton, became one of the Wild West's most infamous stagecoach robbers. Unlike other outlaws, Black Bart was polite and deliberate, leaving behind poetic messages at the scenes of his crimes. Despite this strange courtesy, his crimes terrified remote towns across Northern California. Stagecoaches carrying gold or cash could be targeted without warning, leaving drivers and passengers in mortal danger. Eventually, law enforcement caught up with Black Bart. He was imprisoned, but his crimes left a legacy of fear and fascination. The frontier was filled with men killing for wealth. Townsfolk often armed themselves, patrolling roads for weeks at a time. Black Bart's polite demeanor could not mask the constant threat of death that hung over the frontier. The late 19th century brought waves of prospectors to the gilded mines of Colorado and Arizona, promising untold wealth to those brave enough to risk the frontier. But the frontier was harsh and unforgiving. Miners faced explosions, collapses, disease, and starvation. Many towns rose quickly around these mines, only to fall just as quickly when tragedy struck. Some mines gained a reputation as cursed, where every attempt to extract gold or silver seemed to invite disaster. Families lived in fear. Miners died mysteriously. Ghost stories grew alongside abandoned shafts. In Colorado, for example, the town of Animas Forks thrived during the silver boom, but was soon abandoned after a series of fatal accidents, harsh winters, and dwindling ore. The legends of cursed mines persisted, warning new arrivals that greed could summon death faster than any outlaw or storm.